Manipulating objects in Blender is fairly easy once you have the basic controls down. This means that you would need to know some of the controls so that you would be able to place an object at a given position, rotate that object, or even scale it. Now, let's say you have this object. This is the default cube which is found in Blender. Let's say you would like to move it around or place it at a given position. In order for you to get this object, you would have to press down G or grab, and you can actually position this object wherever you want within your viewport. Once you have decided on the position, you would click on that position to confirm. Okay. So press down G, grab, then click. Press down G, click. G, click. Okay. Now, if you would like to rotate, so you can change the position of an object. Once you're going to try to manipulate it, you can rotate the object or you can scale the object. Grabbing the object is basically changing the location of that object. Okay? Okay, let's grab, place the object in the center. You can also try to rotate the object. Rotate, and then you try to go around your cursor. This is rotating your object. Once you've decided on a given position, you click. So that confirms the location of the object. Now, if you would like to free rotate your object, which means to say you can rotate it at any direction that you would like, press down R twice. That means that I can rotate the object any position that I want. Compared to a single R, it only rotates at this point. So you can experiment on using R or double R so that you would be able to see the difference of these two. Notice when I press R twice, my cursor would look like this. When I only press R once, my cursor looks like this. Okay? So you can experiment on this one and test it out so that you would know its effect on the object that you're working with. Once you have the position, once you're happy with the position of the object, click. So that's rotation. Okay, let me place it back. Another one would then be scale. Once the object is selected, press down S, and you can scale up or you can scale down. The position of your cursor goes away from the point or the center point as you scale up, and it goes towards the center as you scale down. Okay? So that's the basic controls that you have for manipulating an object. Let's grab, rotate, scale. Now, since Blender is a 3D program that allows you to manipulate the object in 3 dimensions, you can actually constrain, grab, rotate, and scale in the different axes available. So you can constrain it to the X, Y, or Z axis. For example, once the object is selected, I can press G to grab and say this is going to let me place the object anywhere I want. But I would only like to have it moving along the Y scale. So I press Y. So it locks onto the Y scale. Once I'm happy with the position, I click. So let me place it back. If you would like to have this object move using the X axis, press down X. So G, then X. Okay. You can also grab and constrain it to the y-axis. The y-axis lets you go up and down. The same concept applies to scale and rotate. Let's go with rotate first. Press down R, and then press down, let's say, Y. Okay. Y lets me rotate my object this way. If I press X, it constrains the object this way. Now, notice that if I would like to go and rotate my object, I would have to go around the cursor. Okay? And Z. Okay. Once I'm happy with the position of the object, I click. And lastly, you would have your scale. Scale lets you scale it all at once, all dimensions all at once. But if you only want to scale it at a given dimension, let's say X, you press down X, then it scales using your X-axis. Okay? Now, you can also scale using your Y-axis. So you go away from the center. Notice the position of my cursor. There. If you would like to scale using the Z-axis, okay, go up, go down. So those are the basic ways by which you can manipulate objects in Blender. So you have your grab, rotate, scale, together with constraints that they may have, such as X, Y, and Z axis.